The future of the Sons of Southampton is in JJ Gill's hands. I don't think we will ever be a team the same way that True and Lacey are a team or CPF are a team. But I don't see why us pushing for our single success can't be parallel to us pushing our team success as well. And both these things can happen at the same time. Yeah, so Sons of Southampton, eh? Yesterday, to be quite honest, was like one of the most intense and surreal experiences that I've ever had in a wrestling ring. Less and less voices, to be fair. But I think that there was definitely when this entire Southampton David Francisco love affair started, people that definitely thought that it was a fad and it would go away. I mean, a famous Twitch streamer, Pure TKC, would gladly call me a meme wrestler. But more and more, that has been proven wrong. And the fact that I am in the ring with my tag team partner, wrestling as the Sons of Southampton, and people are chanting David Francisco, and I'm trying my best to get them to realize that I have a tag team partner there as well. Please chant the name of the Sons of Southampton. And they're like, all right, cool, we'll eventually will. I wish I had footage to show you. The live stream is over and the on-demand version isn't up yet. Hopefully, surely will be up soon. I mean, I got some, I want to show you some of the stories that we got. Can't believe you love AI so much, though. I've said this here already. I'm going to repeat the bit, okay? Because clearly you missed it. Because you were trying to counter-program me. The artists that made the Sons of Southampton song is the same artist that made that first Colossus theme, and I love them both. I love them both equally. I couldn't make the Sons of Southampton what they have become if it wasn't for the support of so many people that throughout this entire time had our back. And I'm talking not just the fans in Southampton, but fans all around the country. It was in the 229 that JJ finally relented and accepted teaming with me. Obviously, Wolverhampton and Sheffield was crazy and intense. And I think that people realizing what they had in front of them and realizing, I feel like a huge portion of the RevPro audience was able to see the vision that I had for the Sons of Southampton. And they jumped on the bandwagon and joined that vision, made it, they helped. They realized the help that I needed to get JJ to see the vision too. And it's with that help that he was able to say the things that he said. I put this video out on my Instagram recently. Let me see if I can, because I don't think we ever played this on stream. I think I posted it after the last stream. Sarah, what's up? Thanks for jumping on the bandwagon.
Whole thing that we're doing here, this whole thing you've tried to make happen, I've been sitting on the fence, right? I hear the boys chatting, I hear what they say. JJ, you've got a bright future, you don't need David, you can't trust David, stay clear of him, right? I'm not stupid, I hear that. I know what people think, I know what the fans think about this. I don't want to be a comedy act, I don't want people to laugh at me, I want to be the British heavyweight champion, and for the longest time, I'm sorry, but I've sat on the fence with this, I haven't fully committed. But tonight, David, tonight, in Sheffield, the other end of the country from where this whole thing started, for the first time, I felt it. I believed it. The energy we had out there, the synchronicity that we had in that ring. If we bring that to our next and final Block B match, then I believe that we can do it. David, we can win the next match. And if the bracket's in our favour, you may well be looking at the winners of the Great British Tag League.
Sons of Southampton are here, and they're here to stay. I'm Damon Francisco, he's JJ Gale, and we make things happen. Long live the Sons of Southampton! You said it. You fucking said it. Let's fucking go.
I believe, let's go.
Please don't.
For the longest time, this whole thing that we're doing...
This was after Sheffield, right? This is after, not our first win. It was our second win as a team, but just, I do believe the first time that he was able to feel that energy, and I obviously thank that Sheffield audience, and Sarah's part of it, for helping out, right? Hey, it's what bandwagons are for. I've been on the Dave Francisco bandwagon since the first time I saw you, to be frank. Oh, thank you very much. What can I say? You know how to choose him. Chips and Dropkicks, what's up? I did see your message earlier. I did see your Pikachu. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention it. I'm a little bit tired, gang. Atmosphere for that match in Sheffield was so great. It was intense, right? And I feel like that atmosphere and that energy was the thing that then made... This is a weird screenshot. This is the thing that then made JJ... Like, he felt it. He finally felt it. And he said it this and he felt it, right? It's with this energy that we go into yesterday in Southampton, the Great British Tag League. By the time that we get to our match, which was the main event, True and Lacey had defeated CPF, which only made me realize that I always thought Will Kevin was a great professional wrestler and an even better person, and I just think he's the absolute best, an absolute hell of a talent that people should give a lot of credit to. Because basically by True and Lacey beating CPF, they eliminated CPF from the tournament, which meant that all we had to do was win. We had to beat Mills and Joshua, and we could win Block B of the Great British Tag League, right? The atmosphere yesterday was again insane. I am in the ring with a partner that is I finally feel him fully invested in me and in a team. The person that I've wrestled the most ever in the world of pro wrestling at his height. He's obviously hasn't peaked, but he's the best version he's ever been. I am the best version that I've ever been. Getting in the ring with Jay Joshua, who I honestly do believe the Jay Joshua Dave Francisco matchup is a very good one. And Southampton, it's people playing at home for the chance to win the biggest prize that they could in a 6-month build into a team that is carrying the banner of a hometown hero and a home away from hometown hero. It was just incredible, right? The only thing I can do is raise a toast to everyone who has helped build the Sons of Southampton and has helped, with your energy, convince JJ Gale that the Sons of Southampton are a good idea. So what happened? What happened is that we lost. The Great British Tag League is over. We did not win that match. I am not entirely surprised that we didn't win the match. I am very happy about how competitive we were. Not just in that match, but in the entire league, right? If you look at the 8 people that are making the Great British Tag League, we are the least experienced team, right? All the other teams are very experienced. We are less experienced than the Bryant brothers, who ended their block with 0 points. Maybe JJ and I individually have more experience than them, but as a team, we don't, right? Yesterday was the 4th time that we teamed together. A big part of it was the fact that they took me out for a while. My leg not being 100% was a factor throughout the entire match. There was just no miscommunications with us as a team. There is a moment when JJ Gale hits me with the Gale Force as we're setting up for the Francisco Force, and the reason that happens is because my leg gives out. I can't pick up Mills to set up the Francisco Force. JJ has to help me, but that gave enough time for Mills to recover and be able to, at the right moment, slide out of my back and push me into the Gale Force. that comes from my leg being affected and us not being able to hit our offense with the timing that it should be hit, right? Like we are wrestling former undisputed British tag team champions, right? They just end up being a better team, while at the same time they were able to neutralize and separate us as a team, right? We are counterpoint. They're boring, and I wanted you to win. You are the best team. The bit where JJ came to help you do the lift was lovely to see him supporting you. This is what I'm talking about. He's in it, right? Listen, I wanted me to win too. Don't get me wrong, right? I also think that they're boring, and I'm not. I'm super fun. Remember when Jay Joshua was being all tough on me and be like, "Oh, look at me! I can resist all your strikes, and nothing happens to me." And I poked him in the eye because screw you and your fake toughness. Yeah, man. That's way more entertaining. I think so. Need a shot at the belt after eliminating the Young Guns at 229. Yeah, I can see how we're not like in front of the line. I can see why GYV would have the shot first, because GYV defeated the Young Guns in a one-on-one tag team match situation, which is the exact same stipulations that title would be defended, where we did eliminate Young Guns from the Revolution tag match, but that was a 5-on-5 and the circumstances were a little bit different. And if between us or GYV getting the shot first, it does make sense. It is fair for GYV to get the shot first, right? But we're right there. We still got that shot. We can get those titles. You know, it's all still there. Hope your leg is feeling much better now. A little bit better. It's the thing that happened is that it's not the knee, but it's the lower thigh. It's swollen, and that's why I couldn't fully put my weight on it, you know? Jokes aside, as a Southampton person, 1865 can be weird at times and sit on his hands. Right before the main event, the crowd believed pro wrestling at its realest and best. I know I am a suspect, but I've never seen Southampton as being a crowd that sits on their hands. That UIV match... Oh, Deanna, what's up? Welcome to the stream. That UIV match is night 1, so you could get your match night 2. I don't know. I'm not the booker. Who knows? I think that I've done enough. I think people care about David Francisco enough to make sure that I'm featured on the anniversary. It's the anniversary show. It's the 2025 anniversary show of Revolution Pro Wrestling. Have you seen what my 12-year to 13-year anniversary journey was? The things that I've done? I won the Undisputed British Heavyweight Championship. I am the actual Undisputed British Heavyweight Champion. I am able to bring with me a partner that didn't really want to be with me there at first, all the way to being this close to being in the finals of the Great British Tag League. People around the country are chanting my name, reacting hugely to the first beats of my song before my song even plays. People around the country, not around the country, people on Blue Sky are catching on to my... to my inspirations in professional wrestling. We'll see, right? We'll see what happens. Once anything is public and I find out at the same time as you, I'll be able to confirm it. I will be there, right? Like I'm gonna be there at Crystal Palace, right? I'm gonna go and I'm gonna sneak into the meet and greet to sell Southampton merch. Because I can do that, unless the rules are going to change from last year to this year. I'll just do it, right? So yeah, we'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens. Someone confirm, I'm sure JJ and Jay were the two legal men in the tag match. No, not true. There's the last two tags happen. There's the moment where... So Mills drop kicks me outside, right? And then they I just know that I was the legal man. I remember the moment specifically when I'm asking JJ to tag me, and as much as this doesn't go with the rules, I'm going to just punch Connor Mills to oblivion. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to punch him in the face. Okay, right. Here's the question. What is next for the Sons of Southampton, right? which is kind of like what's on my mind. I'm sure it's on JJ's mind, and it's definitely on the mind of the fans that we've been able to create throughout this time. I'm gonna come clean. This was a question that was being asked a lot in the beginning, and I didn't want to answer it at the time because it would kind of like ruin the journey that JJ had to go through. But people were asking me and asking to the air, why was I so insistent on tagging with JJ Gale? And the reason basically resumes itself to, I am one of the smartest people in professional wrestling, right? Not just a mind for winning, but a mind for business as well, okay? And it is true that the creation of SOS is mostly selfish reasons. In professional wrestling, you have to stay relevant to be successful. And I clearly was being pushed away from the heavyweight division, the heavyweight title division, despite the fact that I am the actual undisputed British heavyweight champion. RevPro has just ignored that and moved on, and just like they did with TK, backing their referees and their poor decisions and just covering their ears, right? Just like fingers in the ears, la la la, I'm not listening, I don't know anything, and they're gonna just move along. And I'm not saying that none of the people that earned a title shot haven't deserved it. None of the people that got a title shot after that haven't earned it, but there's still a few things in the back that need to be fixed. Obviously, I had on the stream a conversation directly with Amira where I'm telling her that there's a dark cloud over Michael Oku's championship reign, and that cloud needs to be addressed so that there are no questions, right? If nothing else, for their own integrity. Even though Michael Oku is not the undisputed British heavyweight champion, that dark cloud is going to continue to chase the holders of that title until those rights are corrected. And I'm talking about mine, and I am indeed talking about TK. The dark cloud follows the championship, and I feel like RKJ's reign is in a way a little bit tainted because there are people that have legitimate gripes against the way that they weren't awarded the undisputed British heavyweight championship, that are going to follow RKJ, and that are going to go all the way into this title versus career match happening at the anniversary show, right? But I could do one of two things. I could either continue to try and raise it and bring that point up and continue to make the noise that I continue to make to get myself my title shot, or I could try to do something else to try and make my way back to the top while at the same time keep staying relevant and looking for success in more than one way in professional wrestling, right? And I thought, like that girl from the meme, ¿por qué no los dos? Why not both? So I did both. I continued to make noise, and I'm not going to shut up about the fact that I'm the actual undisputed British heavyweight champion, and I don't care who that annoys. But also, I realized that there was an opening in the tag team division. In the beginning of the year, the first quarter of the year, this first half of the year, probably until the Great British Tag League, outside of CPF, there weren't really many proper teams that could contend for the undisputed British Tag Team Championships, and that could be in a place that could stand out in the tag team division. And that opening in the market, I'm going to put it that way as I have my business hat on right now, coupled with the fact that I, more than anyone else in this world, have the Young Guns number, made me realize that there was an opening that I could explore, and that they would very likely I would be able to find success in the tag team division as long as I could find the right partner. And this is where, and I'm going to toot my own horn, I do not care. And listen, you're watching this, you know that I do not care. This is where my ability to see professional wrestling a little bit different and to really understand the possibilities in front of me come up. Because I don't think David Francisco and JJ Gale become a team and are very successful was on anyone's Rev Pro 2025 bingo card. And yet, that is exactly what happened. When I saw JJ Gale, and I saw that he was as well not a priority in the singles division at Rev Pro, and I saw the way that he wrestles, and I could see his strengths and his weaknesses, and how they coupled with my strengths and my weaknesses, I realized that we would actually make a pretty good tag team. All we needed was for him to say yes. He just needed to see it. And that's been the process that we've been here all along. And I understand it's the choices that I made. I am not an idiot. I am not unaware. I understand that it is hard to trust David Francisco sometimes, especially when he wants to team with you. I get that. It isn't fair because I've had plenty of partners in wrestling, and there's plenty of people that I help, and plenty of good that I do for so many people. But I get why people would be on their back foot, you know. So this was the process that you saw. I had to sacrifice wins that I could easily get just to be able to show JJ Gill the long-term vision and that he could trust me. Everyone remembers what happened at High Stakes, right? For example, that's just one of many examples of me being there for JJ. And eventually, as we continued to push and he said yes, he finally realized that we are a great tag team. It's right there. So the Great British Tag League was around the corner. We put ourselves, the timing kind of worked out for us to be in the Great British Tag League. Rev Pro understood the value of featuring the Sons of Southampton, if nothing else, because the last stop before the anniversary show where the finals of the Great British Tag League would be were Southampton. So on the schedule, they knew that that's where probably, well, it did happen, where the block winners were determined. So they said yes, and here we are. And this is where we are right now. And after the backstage interview, after the show yesterday, JJ was basically speechless, had no words. And I told him, and you're going to be able to see it once I share it as well with all of you, I told him exactly how I feel about this. I told him, we're not friends. We have very little in common. But the one thing we are is a damn good tag team. Because it's true. I genuinely believe our lack of experience as a team in comparison to all the other teams that we faced was a big factor in why we are not in the finals right now. I mean, if we are the least experienced team in the entire league and we are this close to being in the finals, imagine what would happen if we had years and years of teaming like the majority of the teams do. Even if it's not years and years, like Mills and Joshua have not teamed for years, but they have teamed for long enough to have countless matches as a team together, right? Imagine if we had the exact same level of experience. Would this not be different? If this is what we can achieve with 4 matches as a team, imagine the things we could achieve with that level of experience. And it's non-committable, or it's non-committing. I told him to think about it, and he's thinking about it. So the way I see it, the future of the Sons of Southampton is in JJ Gill's hands. I don't think we will ever be like a team the same way that True and Lacey are a team, or CPF are a team, where they want to compete in only tag team divisions, or in the majority of tag team divisions. You rarely see them as singles in any promotions. I don't think that's what the Sons of Southampton are going to be, right? That's not what we're going to do. But I don't see why us pushing for our single success can't be parallel to us pushing to our team success as well. And both these things can happen at the same time, and we can compete in both the divisions at Rev Pro, and maybe not just in Rev Pro, as we progress further into the rest of 2025 and 2026. So that's where I stand, and I'm saying it publicly here as well because I have nothing to hide. JJ is not the kind of person to talk about these things publicly, and that's fine. That's where he stands. I will continue to show my loyalty towards JJ Gale. I am certain that the same thing will happen from him. But I wish I could tell you right now what does the future look like, but I don't know. It's in his hands, right? I still think that there's juice in his team, and I'm hoping that he sees the same way so that we can continue to be great workmates who are very successful when they work together. That's all I ask. But it's a team, like one person can't carry it all, right? If you want to convince JJ Gill that is like worth it to continue to have the Sons of Southampton, and yes, I'm about to be a little cheeky, but it's what I do. You can get some Sons of Southampton merch. People have been very supportive with the Sons of Southampton merch. I'd really appreciate. We have tons of stickers, tons of signed posters. We can post them. Or you can just buy them at shows. I carry everything with me at shows. And here's where we are when it comes to live stock of the t-shirts of Southampton. We have other sizes as well, but they have to be made to order, okay? But this is what I have right now in that bag. And if you want to help me get rid of stuff, you can. I have 4 large Southampton shirts, 3 extra large, 1 2XL, and 1 3XL, right? So if you want to support 2 wrestlers with 1 purchase, if you want to tell JJ Gale that you too are invested in Sons of Southampton, and if you want to look snazzy as hell in a beautiful t-shirt, beautifully designed by yours truly, davidfrancisco.net/merch, or meet me at a merch table. I may change the delivery options on the website so that they reflect the fact that you can collect at the anniversary show.